Alrighty, hey guys, this is our flipped homework for tonight on finding the circumference. Earlier today in class, we discovered that the circumference, which is also known as the perimeter of a circle, can be found by taking pi and multiplying it by your diameter. Now, we also said that there's an alternate formula, which is c equals 2 times your radius times pi, because two radii are in one diameter. So why are these formulas equivalent? They're equivalent because two radii equal one diameter. And when might we see each of them? We might see each of them at different times, depending, but more than likely, you're going to want to use this one when you're given the diameter, and this one when you're given the radius. All right. All right, so let's put this into practice. It's saying find the exact and approximate circumference for each circle. Use 3.14 for pi. I'm actually going to have you not use 3.14 for pi. I'm going to have you use the pi button on your calculator so that you can get a real, true, exact value. So let's look at this first one here. First, you need to identify what you're given. You're given the diameter, and you can tell because the 5 is in the middle of the line, and the line goes through the whole circle through center. So in order to find our circumference, which is really the perimeter around the circle, we're going to use our formula pi times diameter because we were given the diameter. So then we fill in the values that we know. We know our diameter is 5, and we solve for the values we don't, aka we simplify. When we multiply 5 times pi, we get an exact value of 15.70796 ... We'll put this in our exact value, 15.70796 ... Now, I'm going to have you round to the 100th place for every single one of these. So you're rounding to two places. That 7 tells it 0. It's going to be a 1. So the approximate value is 15.71. And since circumference is just perimeter, which is just another length, our units will be centimeters. Not centimeters squared, not centimeters to the third, just centimeters. Alrighty, our next one here, we're given a radius. So we're going to use c equals 2 pi r. You could use pi d and just know that the diameter is 16. It's entirely up to you. All right, let's fill in our information. So we have c equals 2 times pi times a radius of 8. And then we put it into our calculator. We get 2 times pi times 8, which gives us an exact value of, which I'll just write down here, 50.26548 ... Rounding to two places, that 5 tells us 6 to round up, so you get 50.27 meters. All right. What I want you guys to do is I'd like you to try these two on your own, pause the video, and then check your answers in a moment. Alrighty, guys, check your answer for that one. Well, those two. Let us know if you have any questions. All you're doing is plugging it in and solving. Alrighty, now down here is an extension. It says, oh no, the pi spilled on the circles below and covered up the given information. Help uncover the hidden numbers. So this works just like back in the day, aka like last week. Remember when we had part equals whole times percent? And sometimes we had to solve for the part, sometimes we had to solve for the whole, and sometimes we had to solve for the percent. This works exactly the same way, except we're given c equals pi d, and we're either going to need to solve for the c by multiplying the pi and the diameter, or solve for the d. In this case, they give you the circumference. So the circumference is going to substitute in for the c. So we have 21.98 equals pi times diameter. To solve for the diameter, we need to remember that pi is just a constant. It's just another number. So we're going to divide both sides by pi in order to get our answer for our diameter. So when we do our 21.98 divided by pi, we get a value like 6.996 dot dot dot. We're just going to round this to 7. So that makes our diameter 7 inches. And to get our radius, we're going to go ahead and do 7 divided by 2. So we get 3.5 inches for our radius. Now we're going to do it again. Start out with C equals pi d. This time, our circumference is 37.68 equals pi d. And then to solve for d, we need to divide both sides by pi. So we get d equal to 37.68 divided by pi, which is 11.9939, which we're going to say is approximately 12. So our diameter is 12 centimeters, means our radius is 12 divided by 2, which is 6 centimeters. And that's all of your homework, guys. Good luck. Hope it goes well, and see you tomorrow. Have a good night.